Said it right.
they end up you up to the normality. But what I wanted to talk to you all about is, there's a lot of people in the United States of America that like slum, that likes to live in slum. But this is the United States of America, y'all. We are the home of the brave. We are a country that's strong, that has been known as the good guys. When countries have problems, America usually try to show up and lend a hand, and we have been known as the good guys. Well, we got a problem here in the United States of America, whereas we got an organization called NWO, which is neighborhood, which is say WO. Um, and what they do, they have they're getting grants, and they are getting several grants, um, and stuff like law enforcement, security, what is it, safe passage, um, what is it, safe block. And the problem with it is that NWO was set up without any way of making a direct complaint against them, and then by them working with a lot of local police, and we're not saying all, um, uh, uh, you, trying to report a police officer to a police officer, uh, started us to have internal affairs, because you know people just ain't gonna turn up, turn on other people. They may know stuff is going wrong, but in the country of the United States of America, we're all connected. Everything that one individual does eventually begins to affect the whole country. Now, a lot of people receive we just say NWO, or civilian workers, um, extra set of eyes and ears for law enforcement, um, pay. And the thing is a lot of people not doing their job. Now we understand, because a lot of rogue would just say rogue. I actually feel like it's coming from the top down. It's nowhere in the world they don't know these things are going on, especially with me. Um, Doing a whole lot of contacting in different departments, and we tiptoed into Donald J. Trump uh, being in the office, and he have, saying, done some great things. He put some new people in the federal um, department, and in the what is it, Department of Justice, in which we have information with NWO giving the Department of Justice leader, head, a plaque. So usually time when you see stuff like that, it's gonna be kind of hard to make a report against NWO, because what I'm saying, he been given a plaque by them, and what I'm saying, they done stamped him as good. He done stamped them as good. But the problem is with not being able to make reports against them and being retaliated when making reports against them. And what we're basically doing is getting the good people to a level whereas they are trying to help this country survive. Because what we're seeing now is a whole bunch of individuals, and we're not saying all of you guys, but in saying that, the ones that's not doing a whole bunch of crimes or doing any crimes at all, actually trying to get paid and for what they're doing, and there's nothing wrong with receiving monetary gain for doing good. But the problem becomes when we're just doing it for the financing, and we really don't care, especially if the check just gonna come anyway. Um, but you have a lot of individuals that are doing a whole lot of crime, and they're doing it because they feel like they're above the law. NWO has been set up again without any way of making a direct complaint against them, and you try to go to the local, so they gonna get you to run around because they view them as co-workers. And a lot of them will play judge and say, well, they wouldn't do that. And that's not their job to say. Their job is to take the report and investigate it and see if they would do that. I mean, we thought a whole lot of polices wasn't doing, I'm talking official polices, wasn't doing a whole lot of things till, you know, it was caught on video from other people's with just say George Floyd with that the knee on the neck, and it was what, about 4 or 5 police officers around him. I mean, around the incident, and nobody did nothing. Um, you know, there has been that atmosphere has been there, and so what we have now going on, we have, and I'll stay with rogue. We have rogue members of the NWO organization, New Policing, and they, like I say, feel like they're above the law, so they break laws at will. Just here recently, they was in the Walmart parking lot, and they turned it into, a area they gonna do donuts in, just endangering it. That was about 8 or more. I know it was 8 at least. That was neighborhood watch that was in the thing, but they was, saying, mainly focused at me, and they don't report crime because to report one of the co-workers is probably to receive retaliation and may feel like you threatened to get your check cut off. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't give a care about what I'm talking about, but I know there's still some good people out there. There's still some good Americans out there that's receiving the check. There's a lot of us that's not receiving the check. That's how we won the election, because let's just be frank. NWO hated the fact of Donald J. Trump going into the scene. He came in there with both barrels smoking. He gonna cut the grants off and stuff like that. There, but and you got to realize, and I had an idea that because throughout my learning, I learned that NWO has their hand in a lot of different grants. And but what I didn't know was that the grants was started at different times. So one particular grant might get cut off, and then they got still some money left on the other one, and stuff like that. But here's the thing: you guys might be able to continue to be able to keep your check if y'all start to show something, because what Donald J. Trump is doing is eliminating stuff that is not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You guys are not reporting jokers running red lights, smoking marijuana, and driving, drinking, kicking the bobos, peeling out, doing donuts in the what you call up in Chicago. They was taking over beaches, hacking people devices, doing some of everything, and they supposed to be of a tasking force. Like I say, ordinary people getting paid to do extra set of eyes and ears for the law enforcement. And law enforcement, a lot of them, we're not saying all of them, a lot of law enforcement agencies just have got completely lazy with the fact that depending on NWO members reporting something. So if they don't report nothing, they feel like everything's smooth. And they not dumb. They know a whole bunch of stuff going on, but the country seems to be going well with the people that they are in the circle with. Everybody smiling, everybody getting this free paycheck, and nobody thinking about that red, white, and blue American flag because we're sucking the life out of her. We're sucking the life out of ourselves by being a part of something and not standing up. Now I know there's some folks out there, had been afraid to say something about saying some of the rogue members because I'm saying they wow, they wow, they will go to the extreme to to try to make a person bow down to them, and that's a bully, and that's that bully mentality of mindset. Now I know with us reporting several things that's irrefutable, things such as we was dealing with an officer and was said like that. Then he ran some game that 13 arrests of you guys of NWO had been made in different times and different locations, and then all of a sudden me and his information just me and him just the conversation just stopped. And one of the reasons why I stopped was because I continued to to contact other people because I've been involved with NWO for a while and I know they own quite a bit of people. And as a on a local level, federal and stuff like that, government would have been more help to him because NWO is not just on a level like that. Like they got their hands deep into a lot of things. A lot of people feel like, saying they're doing a good job. And they may not know what's really going on out here. That's why we posting these videos and stuff because like I say, we have the stuff to go forward, and God done gave me, to go forward. You all may think it's a joke, but here we is. Somewhat. Like this started in 2012, and I'm still going strong. I have a godly love for individuals, and I understand because a lot of you all have been receiving that check, and you can't see yourself making it without that check. And so, what I'm talking about, man, is rubber meet the road, bro. Right? Cause shoot, man, I need that money. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, uh, while you guys getting the check, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you all can still continue to get the check with Americans Against Injustices (AAI) um, overseeing. Being a what they call accountability group for because it's ridiculous out here. Like I say, um, so you guys been getting the check and nobody's reporting nothing. And you might be afraid to report something, like I say, because of the implication that they show you guys through the privacy invasion of invading me and other people. That you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be some repercussions and some consequences behind that. Y'all know how it goes. Shoot, I can go into a police station and make a report before I can hit the road, hit the street again. Everybody in the clique already know what I done talked about. Half the time they'll run up in there, have one of them jokers, I guess. I don't know if they supposed to be captains or what, because Lazy Arms now supposed to be somebody that have law enforcement. I done seen some rags go up in there, and they, you know what I'm saying, be over there in the corner with the popo. By the time I get up in there, you know what I'm saying, he already said. This is messed up in the country because I'm gonna just talk to you guys on a plainer level, and y'all may just feel like what I'm saying. It then came to the point now y'all can take care of y'all business. But if that's the case, then I wonder why people still have somewhat of a fear with when certain law enforcements could be coming into the picture. If you guys can somebody break into your crib, instead of calling the police, you just go over there and blow his brains out and get away with it. I don't think y'all be worried about the fact of me reporting uh, something. We'll just use the incident of the department store, of them taking over the parking lot and just doing donuts in front of the gym. And that was a security guard for the lot. And what I'm saying, I'm not down in him because you know y'all know the saying, Jack, flashlight cop. And it don't mean it disrespect like that. Do not mean disrespect like that. But in this order, um, yeah, pretty much that's what they, because he got to go home. He got to come back and forth. I remember the brother working in one of the low housing income places, and you know what I'm saying, he was a good brother. He was trying to do his job, and man, they gave him so much fluck coming back and forth because he was on the bus, coming back and forth. That wasn't NWO, I don't think at the time, right? I'm trying to think back, right? And then I gotta push on, right? But yeah, they was getting him so much fluck that you know what I'm saying, it made him pretty much not really want to do his job. And that's what's happening with a lot of you all that's, we'll just say, good neighborhood watch, I mean NWO individuals. You're doing a good job at at your, let's just say, at your legal, at your regular job. You work at, let's say, Beichak Huku, and you know what I'm saying, you doing your job. You trying to get the customers up out of there. Well, NWO rogue members have this influence of making good folks and good things, you know what I'm saying, feel, they make y'all start feeling bad, like you doing a bad thing. So everybody want to run around here and be slummish. Oh, you think you too goody two shoe or something? You think you better than us, huh? Stuff like that there. And it's sad. Because see, this is our country. We are the people, the United States of America, and I want to kick on that because Donald J. Trump, before he became president of the United States of America for number 45, and now he number 47. He started out somewhat like us. He was following after his dad, and his dad was into real estate, and he got into the real estate and really made his name blow up when he got into in New York is what the research I read on it, and then saying after that he's saying started building his fortune in the real estate, and his name really started to get out there, but he also did some things with writing books. You know what I'm saying? So presidents, basically what I'm just trying to say, presidents come from what you all may feel like we are. We just the bottom of the barrel people. But could you imagine this great big old country without folks in it? And you know what I'm saying? One of them said in the spokes thing, the cows needed to be milked. You know what I'm saying? The grass needed to be cut. Something needed to be did. So we ain't just at the bottom of the barrel. We are the people, Jack. We the one that elect folks into office. We are the ones that, keep the thing going. We the garbage men. We are the lawyers. We are the doctors. We are the firefighters. We are the military. For those that, just feel like America got all of this and that, include yourself in that. Because those are United States American citizens that's out there fighting wars for us, that's flying in the airplanes, that's riding in the boats on the oceans and so forth, our coast guards and etc. Those are American citizens, our brothers and sisters, and we are one country, should be one country mindset. And we shouldn't be on a divided country. We're one country. We shouldn't be a divided country. We should be one country, all working towards the same goal. And that's where the Constitution come in. Now, a lot of you all feel like, may feel like, like I felt at one point in time. I'm dark-skinned, black, we'll say it like that there. And with being black, we have got some of the worst of the worst. But the thing that I've learned is the American spirit, the original American spirit is that we will not go quietly into the nights. Dark skinned people that came a long ways, and we ain't got no business stopping here. Like this is this is the highest peak. This ain't the highest peak. We still ain't reached equality. We still got folks trying to control exactly how far we can go, and we need to nip all that crap in the bud, and we got an opportunity right here. We don't have to wait till it come from up top. Usually, time this stuff come from up top and come down, and then we begin to work. Well, we can do something here in 2025 differently. What is it, June the 4th? And we can start to do some stuff from the bottom up and send it up to the top. That the top may be able to look and smile and say, you know what, man, this is a great country. And we should have that same pride within ourselves. This is a great country, y'all. It's a great country. You know what I'm saying? We make it up. You know what I'm saying? I had some problems. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, black folk was in slavery. This recent thing with the border. You know what I'm saying? I look at that like, what they call it? I look at that as being like, what do you call it? Let me get going because I know they kind of on me. I see a police officer stopping. I think this park closed from dusk to dawn, so I'm gonna get going. I like to follow the law, but yeah. So yeah, with the border, I mean, I look at that like human trafficking, like a form of semi-slavery. One of the spokesperson was saying something like the cows needed to be milked, so they bypassed the law, which is the Constitution of the United States of America, and the law is that what I'm saying, you can't be in this country unless you come into the country legally, and so as a country we got to get back to a mindset of trying to make this country great again. Um, and so with people receiving uh, checks to be every Tuesday, to be new policing, to be extra set of eyes and ears for police on local and upper. Uh, uh, why don't we do our? I mean, we ain't we. Why don't y'all do your job and actually report something? You know what I'm saying? It's good and dandy and fine that, you know what I'm saying, they started this thing. They started giving people you know what I'm saying, incentive. Everybody needs some extra money. That's good. You know what I'm saying? But when you feel a whole lot better with knowing that your grandkids safe coming home, y'all need to look at that missing boy thing. Boy, there's a lot of people on there missing, people missing. And where NWO hunts and stalks me, but it shouldn't be nobody missing. You know what I'm saying? I be having like 12, 13 jokers all waiting to get an innuendo in, you know, and people running around here steady coming up missing. The junk ain't working. They do the buddy system, and the buddy system took us back some ages, right? Because at first, with the law enforcement, we had the buddy system. You know, back then it was two polices riding together, 2 to 3. And you had the buddy system, and then we, you know what I'm saying, we saw that they beat the living crap up out of, what was his name? Uh, what was it? Not George Floyd, the other one, Rodney King. You know, and other stuff started coming up. Even with NWO, they, you know what I'm saying, Trayvon Martin came up, killed, and yeah, that was a captain of the neighborhood watch. We just say NWO. Taiji Patterson out of New York City, a professor, gay man, they beat the crap out of him. That was NWO. And yeah, somebody did a little bit of time on that, but they what they did was basically yeah, they basically had one guy to take it for all of them, take it for the team. But don't want to get that far off into that. What I want to get off into is trying to wake up some of the American people, because time is running out. You know, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. I got more heat on me now than ever, and you ain't gonna get that much attention, Jack, if you a small fry. You know, I'm with the Lord Jesus Christ. Have suffered a whole bunch of stuff, and I thank God that I do not hate my enemies. You know, the whole thing about seeking justice. People got to pay for this stuff they done did. Y'all done killed folks, and y'all know y'all have the device and the mess people up for life and stuff like that. And somebody got to pay for that. This ain't that country where, you know what I'm saying, you wipe your hands and what you did yesterday, that was that. Hey, we forgive. I'm a Christian. We forgive, but at the same time, um, you that you done did. And you know, some of you all may escape it. Some of you all need to start pressing forward right now so that you will take that stigma up off of you and be separated from the rogue ones, because um, it's coming to a halt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think it's it ain't happening. Look at the fact that what Donald J. Trump just did with you know what I'm saying, taking the Department of Justice dude and putting in a new dude. Y'all may feel like y'all got that much power. They got that much power. They can do this here and do that there. But believe me, they weren't trying to stop him from getting in the sea, because it was a joke. They ain't doing all that to try to keep him from being able to get this country back up and running well, because it's a joke. No, some people love slum. You know, we'll suck this country all the way dry. We'll suck the life out of it. And, you know, to look at other folks to put it together. And a lot of people cool with that, as long as they part is well, you know what I'm saying, forget what's going on with the country. But I'm talking to good American, great Americans. Y'all see some of the things that's going on out here. You see a joker running red lights and stop sign. Eventually, they're going to kill somebody. Or somebody going to get killed with them, you know what I'm saying, just being disobedient to the law. The law is good. The law is there to keep us in order, to help us all be able to get along together. That's the thing of the country, to be neighborly, to look out for each other. So, yeah, I'm going to end with that. God is good. God is great. Start reporting some of these jokers. If you was afraid before because you figured they'll do retaliation, and then you know that if you go to the local, certain local ones, they ain't gonna do nothing but, you know what I'm saying, tell on you so that you'll become a target. Go higher. Like I said, now we got people in the Department of Justice, even in the Fed, that's been replaced. And the time is now. And no sense of, you know what I'm saying, closing your eyes and hoping it's gonna get better. Tell me when anything that wasn't governed by good governing got better. Things just go from bad to worse. And as y'all can see, it's just going from bad to worse. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustices. And let me throw that piece up in there. You may feel like uh, you finna stop your check by doing the right thing. But let me ask you, right? How long you think it's gonna be before your checks get cut off, before you discover? And let's go past that. How long you think it's gonna be before you be able to spend that check? Uh, you know what I'm saying? Uh, well, it's getting rough out here. You know, y'all know it. Half of y'all scared to death, Joe. You go to a restaurant and try to make an order for some food. They work for NWO. They really ain't trying to do the job because they got used to free money. So they, you know what I'm saying? And you say something you want to, you know what I'm saying? They click going up against your click. And you might not be with no clique. You might be one person, or you might be two or three. You might be a family person. Now you know what I'm saying. You done got yourself in trouble just cause you wanted your Big Mac. Whoops, I shouldn't say a Big Mac. I love McDonald's, y'all. That's why I be. Hey, you done got to be a target. You know what I'm saying. Joker playing with you with the high power microwave device, rolling their eyes. You know what I'm saying. Treating you shady cause you trying to do the right thing, or you know what I'm saying. You said something about something that was wrong. Um, there is a lot of people coming out pushing, and therefore there's a lot of complaints going on the desk of the proper people now. And you need to go ahead and get on board. That, like I say, shoes. Who knows what God might do? He may change Trump hard, and you know what I'm saying. Shoes. Enough people get to complaining and bringing this stuff forth. Man, Trump mess around and save shoes. Well, you know, and it ain't that bad as long as they got AA watching them, AI watching them, or something like that. You know, real talk, you know, it's good to joke and laugh, but real talk, though, uh, yeah, this has just got to be completely ridiculous. Those that work of the road thing, and shoot, you got a bunch of them in the official law enforcement. We had that before that. That's why they implicated the body camera and the vehicle cameras. Uh, but yeah, we had that beforehand, Jack. And shoot, what NWO Road members do, they have a couple of their partners in them. They riding not too far, because you know what I'm saying, quite a bit of them, especially when they're in the area where I'm at. You know what I'm saying, a lot of them around their area, so they can tell where the popo's at. You know what I'm saying, one of them good cops that they ain't gonna play that junk. They just let the other ones know, yeah, man, he just passing Woo Woo Street. You know what I'm saying, he should be at you about 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying, so they got time to play their little game. And I'm tripping out because I know good as well that law enforcement got better tools than just watching. You know what I'm saying? That's way back from man, long time ago. And they still watching. God dang, man, what crime going on? No, they got better stuff in there. They got probes and etc that they can do. But the problem is a lot of them not trying to do it because a lot of the overheads will not allow them to do it. I remember an officer that was highly upset because of the fact that he was trying to write my car up as the guy that hit my car as an attempt to hit and run. And yeah, he was hurt because his overhead told him he couldn't do it. Because the guy that hit me just tried that attempted murder back back with the back in what was that 2022 of October on Halloween. Yeah, the guy that hit me, he was NWO. So um, yeah, there is a lot with this disorder. and you guys have the power uh, to do something about it, you can, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll go with this. Maybe the overheads, the upheads don't know really all that's going on. Because ain't nobody saying nothing down on the groundwork. I know I'm saying a lot. And they try to play like I'm lying. Oh, you lying. Man, look at the video camera, bro. Come on, this ain't way back. Don't play me like I'm no gimp, bro. All these video cameras in these stores and people got doorbell cameras. Man, if you were trying to investigate a real deal, pull the video. But nah, you going with the buddy system. Whole bunch of liars and a whole bunch of people that's afraid to say something because they don't want to lose their check or even become a target of themselves. So, uh, yeah, but we moving forward. Uh, it is not without some grief. Uh, because you see some good people out here that seem like they're good people. And you see some good people out here actually trying to make a difference and do something different. But the stigma of them rogue jokers cause right behind them, they come right back. And then, like I say, the problem is ain't nobody gonna really say nothing to the rogue ones when they come. They'll calm down just a little bit when they offset. There's more good ones out there, more big heads out there. What I mean, big heads, leaders out there. Then they'll calm down for a minute. Soon they gone, Jack. It's right back to business as usual. And like I say, the thing with the buddy system, that's a piece of trash. Even with the guys doing the donuts, about 6 or 7 cars was our vehicles out there um, doing doing the donuts in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Just then took over this business. Walmart took over this business parking lot, and they do that quite with pretty much everything. You know, a lot of these businesses don't really know what's going on. They come to them talking about yeah, we can put some security in there, and blah, skip that. It's gonna be a whole lot better. And the thing with the security is that most of them are the rogue jokers we talking about. They criminals, so they doing all type of dirt. And y'all know, for a long time, y'all ain't been saying nothing about nothing. Keep your head down, collect your check on Tuesday, and hope, you know what I'm saying, and keep coming. But the 4th of July is coming up. And a lot of people may not know what that means. But you know, that is the time that America gained her independence. It's not just about popping no firecrackers and watching fireworks. Man, this country has went through a lot to be where we at. And maybe you all ought to start telling your kids and reminding yourself of the great country we live in and start to do something to try to help our home. Because this our home. You say it's left up to them other people to do it. Then if it's left up to them other people to do it, you know, what's wrong with you doing it? Because perhaps maybe they looking at you like you, the other people that need to be doing it. What's wrong with you doing it? Love you guys. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustice. I mean, you do live here, right? This is your home, right? You do enjoy the things of America, the safety, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had no invasion up in here in a long time. Uh, and shoot, for the most part, you know, we try to take care of things to make the country continue to tick along. But yeah, we got to get back to that attitude of us all trying to work together for a great country. And like I said, let us send something down from the down on up. Let's start to pick up the pace, report crimes, even if they're your co-workers. Uh, uh, Pick up some trash. You see some trash here and there. I remember when NWO first started out on the low end in Chicago, Illinois, Bronzeville area. Man, they was out there picking up trash here and there and giving away food. Boy, they out the wild. It just went, you know what I'm saying? It started out as you know what I'm saying, some good thinking. And we finna bless this. It was a sign of the time, so we got us, right? And boy, shoes. Now everybody running around here selfish. Everybody running, you know, I ain't gonna say everybody. A lot of folks running around here selfish, man. They ain't trying to get nobody
Wait.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the spirit of becoming non-American in spirit. That's the spirit of becoming lawbreakers and non-constitutional followers. It's the Constitution that has pretty much gave us that spirit to be neighborly overall. And some folks probably get mad about that, but overall, all of it comes from our Father and the Word of God to love thy brother as thyself. And so, God is good, God is great. That's the thing too, boy. Shoot, God is heavily frowned on up in this here. God is heavily frowned on up in this time and age and generation. Shoes, and they got Christians, so-called religious folks, following their ordinance of breaking the law. They doing innuendos and harassing, which is illegal, stalking, which is illegal, invading of privacy, which is illegal. I think it's supposed to say privacy invasion. But yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn. So yeah, but anyway, love you guys. God is good. God is great. Let us get out here and make this country great again. See something, say something. Y'all, a lot of y'all getting paid to do that. Let's do it. You know. Um, hey, and let us, you know what I'm saying, stop trying to worry about me, because if you ain't doing that, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And shoes. Yep, that's that. Not you. God is good, God is great. Hey, let me say something too, right? Because I know a lot of y'all ain't religious folks and y'all ain't striving for perfection. So, I mean, we understand that, you know, some people sometimes gonna break a law. I always say the same thing like they used to say, man, just don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. I used to drive, you know what I'm saying, somewhat over the speed limit till I got caught a couple times, man. Them tickets and that on your record, man, you slow my punk butt down, bro. Start watching the speed limit. So anyway, God is good, God is great. Let's get her did. Uh, I am Servant Minister Adam Keith Linton Sr. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustices. My handle is at and AmericanOriginalSpirit.wordpress.com. That's AN AmericanOriginalSpirit.wordpress.com. Also at www.change.org/sincerely servant men MINADAMKLINTONSR. So that's www.change.org sincerely servant. Oh, I think it's Target in there. Yeah, it is. It's sincerely uh, TI servant men Adam K. Linton Sr. So let's go again. It's www.change.org/sincerely TI servant MIN Adam K. Linton LINTON Sr. And that's the petition page. And you know what I'm saying? It's all together. So, yep, that's that. Love you guys. You know, you catch me on a whole bunch of other social media. And then, too, we just been focusing right now on getting this order brought, you know what I'm saying, to justice, getting this thing out the way. But, again, an American Original Spirit is getting ready to go to paid subscription. And it's going to be great. Love you guys. Bye.